Blog Talk Radio.
You are now listening to the most talked about blog talk radio station in the universe. Walking His Ways, Impact Voice Radio. Be prepared to have your mind stimulated, your spirit elevated in ways you couldn't even imagine. Introducing your host and the mastermind behind this unforgettable experience, Furman Jackson Jr. You will not be disappointed. Let's go!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Walking This Ways Impact Voice. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., coming to you live once again from my hometown of the city of Mobile, Alabama. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday afternoon, whatever you may be located at. I know it's kind of cool here in the city of Mobile, so dress according to the weather, which I like this type of weather anyway. But this is a special edition doing it early today here on Impact Voice at 1 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. on the East Coast. And I thank everybody for taking time out of their busy schedule to tune in. Have a guest here on this evening or this afternoon who's in the fitness world. A guest that I came in contact with social media wise. She has a great story from where she started to where she's going now and what she's doing. We know that taking care of our physical bodies is very important. We could stop a lot of things from come within our body. We should probably take care of ourselves with the proper nutrition and exercise. And I'm very excited about this, that this woman that I have, my guest, will bring a lot of wealth of knowledge and information that you can take and apply to your life when it comes to fitness. She's out of the city of Houston, Texas. So from the Mobile, Alabama, Houston, Texas connection. I'm very excited about that. And she took time out of her busy schedule to be a part of the broadcast here. And I'm going to let her introduce herself to everybody as I really pull it in here on the broadcast. And I just want to say, Natasha Pink, welcome to Walking This Ways Impact Voice. How are you doing this afternoon?
Hi, good afternoon. I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I thank you for taking time out this busy schedule. I know you've been busy, and I'm very thankful for taking my invitation to be here on Impact Voice. Talk about what you got going on, who you are. Bring wealth of information, knowledge to the listening audience. We know taking care of ourselves is important. Now, I looked at your bio with your age, which is still young, but you show me there's no limit to what you want to master in life. And so we'll let the audience get to know who you are. I know people already know you. Then some that's going to know you for the very first time. So, just bring the information to us and things that we can take and apply the importance of taking care of our bodies and just how we just, get the ball rolling in the right direction. So my first question is, who is Natasha Pink?
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and welcome to everybody out there listening in. Natasha Pink, who am I? Well, I'm from Toronto, born and raised, living here in Houston, Texas for the past 15 years now. And tell you, it's definitely very, very different. We got some snow going on back home, whereas out here you're walking outside still in shorts and a T-shirt, so definitely a big difference, right? I'm a mother of 4, 45, mother of 4. I'll be 46 this year, and got into the fitness industry back in 2015. Well, I've always exercised. That's something that I've always done. I'm not new to that. However, at the level of where I'm at right now as far as competitive bodybuilding or bodybuilding per se versus just the traditional exercising, started doing that back in 2015. And what brought me to that, let me backtrack, is I modeled professionally for years back in Toronto. And when I moved out here, I found it difficult getting back into the industry, age being, a part to do with that and life and different things going on. And it was actually a friend of mine who is a personal trainer who said to me, Natasha, why don't you look at competing? I'm like, what are you talking about, competing? He's like, get into professional bodybuilding, go into competing and enter the bikini division. That'll allow for you to get on stage, put on that glorious, beautiful bathing suit or costume and get all glitzed up, but you've got some muscles, you've got some work you got to put into it and, do your model walk and all that good stuff. So the more that I looked into it, I was like, I like this. This looks really fun and attractive. Why not give it a try? So from there, it was a done deal. From there, it was just like, okay, time to grind and put that work in, and just started training, at that level and learning as much as I could, and did my first show. So that's kind of what got me into competing. And then out of that, as I saw the changes, I'm a mother of 4. This body's been through it, right? And I look better now than I ever have. Let me tell you, if you see my pictures before then, I've never been big. I've never been big per se, but I have what you call skinny fat, right?
Okay.
Something that I was not training. The muscles are there. The question is, are they tight, are they thick, or are they loose? And in my case, I just had some loose muscles. And I had to turn that around, so I put some work into my body.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Okay, I hear you now. I hear you now. It kind of bled. It went out and it came back in.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you got me?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear now.
Okay, good stuff. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much the journey there. With respect to how I got into competitive bodybuilding, and then the passion from there, and seeing how what I was doing, not just with my training, but in how I was eating. And I never really understood the eating part of it, right? Now, keep in mind, going back, when I was exercising, that's what it was, exercise, right? Was never really training per se with a mission or a goal, but just to feel good, just to have that flexibility and that mobility and have some strength, but certainly not to the degree at where I'm at right now. So when we incorporated the eating part in terms of clean eating and understanding how to chew your food and break it down and incorporating all these meals throughout the day, the more that I learned about that and applied it to what I was doing with my training and started to see the change, it was like, okay, I think I really like this. And I think I want to share this with other people, right? Because a lot of people have no understanding behind that. They think, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to knock it out for about an hour and a half, right? 2 hours for some, which is a bit redundant. However, whatever works. And then I'm going to leave there, and I'm hungry now, so I'm going to just pull up at McDonald's. I'm just going to feed my body because I'm hungry, right? No, it's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. So you've got people in the gym training 5. They've been there 5, 6, 7 years. You've been there 5, 6, 7 years. You keep going in there. You're changing, but they haven't. So there's a misunderstanding or a lack of knowledge that a lot of people don't realize the importance of food and the benefit that it has and whatever it is that your goal might be, or what it is that you're trying to do, or why I don't have the energy, or why I'm not seeing the changes. A lot of the time it's because what you're eating, hence the term you are what you eat. So to give that to others. Hi.
Oh, yeah. I can hear you now. I kept going in and out.
Oh, okay. I do have the phone to my ear. I really do.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
So that's what led me into personal training. And from there, right, as soon as I did that first show, I knew right there and then I want to help other people. Primarily women within my age range, mid-30s plus, that have had children, single moms that are I was a single mom, and, I've been through some things. We all have, but I've got my own story too, and it became not just transformation of the physique, but it became also a transformation of my mindset. And in all of that, wanting to share that with others, to show them there's other ways around, getting over certain things. And when you manifest and put it into play, and you're manifesting it into existence, right? And with
Right.
the eating and with the training and the change in your mindset, you can't lose. You just got to keep going and going and going. And that's what I did. So from 2015, I've just been going nonstop. And with my business, NRY Lifestyle Fitness, and certainly you can check out my website, nrylifestylefitness.com. From there, it's just been, okay, guys, how can I help you? Where are you at? Let's do this. And there's been a lot of successes with my clients in sharing with them everything that I've done, the practices that I've implemented into myself. I've shared that with them, and they're seeing the same. And if I can do that for you, you'll then in turn around and do it for someone else. And then it's a chain reaction, and we just keep going from there, right? So
Right.
I hope that kind of sums that up in a nutshell. I think I answered 1 and 2.
Yeah, you
But,
did. It really did.
Yeah, good.
But
So
that's a good
I
thing.
am a mother of 4. Go ahead.
Hmm. Oh yeah, and then like I said, I know you. Being a mother of 4, you're an entrepreneur running a business. What's the balance with that? I know you say you're a single mother. Entrepreneur,
Yeah.
trainer. How do you do the balance of all that roll into one?
Okay, so I am a single mom of 4. However, 3 of the 4 are adults. I have a 28-year-old son, 26. Alicia just turned 25, and my youngest is 11. All of my family's back home in Toronto, so I'm actually here in Houston with just my American-born child, who is 11. She'll be 12. So as far as juggling motherhood, it's around my youngest, and she is very much involved in what it is that I do. She's a swimmer. She swims. She's a seasoned swimmer, she swims year round, and she does little swim competitions and what have you. So she has an understanding of what it is that I do as a personal trainer. She'll come to some of the classes and she'll participate. She'll come to the gym every now and then, and she'll, either sit in the corner and watch me on her little tablet, or she'll participate, put the little fist, okay, we got to get this Ty, come on, let's do this. So she has an understanding of that. So juggling, it makes it easier for me to be able to juggle motherhood as far as being able to raise her, because she understands what I do. And she sits here and she sees me on my laptop. She sees me, with my clients. She hears the conversations that I'm having. So she has a really good understanding to what it is that mom does within her business. And at the same time, I like to keep her very much involved, because it's teaching her. Right? She sees what I'm doing, she hears what I'm doing, and it's teaching her how to one day be an entrepreneur herself, which is the direction I would prefer to see her going in, working for herself, but at the same time being able to build something successful and in support of helping others, giving back however she can, right? So juggling it, it can be a lot. I've just recently moved, and I've chosen to keep her in the same school. So now I've got to drive her to school, pick her up, work around my clients, my classes, and then everything else that I do in a day. So it can be tiresome, but you know what? You got to keep going, right? You got to keep going, because there is a bright light at the end of the tunnel, and we just got to stay positive in seeing that and continue to strive towards that. So juggling it can be, I'm not going to lie to you, it's tiresome. I'm tired. But at the same time, I feel good, right? My training doesn't lack in any mean whatsoever. I can make sure to keep up with that. I'm actually prepping right now for a show in April. And
Okay.
so I am, we've reduced down my carbohydrate intake. I only consume carbs twice a day, and it's my pre and post meal. And then throughout the rest of the day, it's just strictly my protein intake, fats, and my greens. So that has part to do with where the tiredness would come from as well. But I see the end result. I see the goal, right? And that just keeps driving me to keep going forward.
And that's what's up
So
right
that's
there,
how
being
I'm balancing.
motivated. Right, and that's what's up right there. And I respect you to the highest. Staying motivated, purpose driven, knowing what the goal is, what's the, like you said, the bright light at the end of the tunnel. So that's very important in doing what you're doing. You showing that there's no limitations at all to anything. You want to
Right.
master everything in life. So I respect that.
Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah, it's the mindset, right? It's
Mhm.
how you think and how you perceive information and how you take in what others are telling you and how you're breaking that down and what you're giving out says a lot, right? And we have to
Right.
be so careful about that because what you give out is what you're going to get back. And it's just the laws of the universe and how that all works. So if you want greatness to come your way, then what are you going to do to get that, right? So it's
Right.
something that we need to pay more attention to. And we get off track. By no means am I going to say that I'm 100 all the time. I have my moments too. I'm human. I hate to kind of break it down that way, but we do have that sensitivity to us and so on and so forth. So, but for the most part, I backtrack and I speak to the Most High, and I keep calling out the Most High's name. Listen, I'm going through this right now. Please help me out. Show me something. Tell me something, and I just got to keep it positive and just keep reinforcing that. And it's amazing how things will come at you. Things are, you're constantly being tested, right? Your faith is constantly being tested, and that's exactly what that is. It's a test, right? So how are you going to pass that? You got to pass it, and then you're going to get another one. You got to pass that. You're going to get another one. You got to pass that. But for each time you pass that test, something good is right around the corner, So we just got to keep our mindsets open.
And I agree on everything you're saying. Especially, you got to keep the Most High enough first in anything you're doing, because our source and take everything to me in prayer and cast everything upon Him, because He cares for us. And and my next question is the meat of it. Of course, everything been so good. Explain to the listeners the importance of taking care of our bodies. A lot of people, around my age range, I'm 37 on down, they're on high blood pressure pills. They got cholesterol problems. They got they're diabetic. But if we talk to a person now, they'll tell you, well, it's just expensive to go to the gym. It's too expensive to eat healthy. But can you, by you being in the profession and had the experience, explain to the listeners the importance of taking care of their body?
Absolutely. Okay, so first and foremost, it's not expensive to eat clean. That's a misconception. People seem to think I got to go to Sprouts to eat clean, or I got to go to Kroger's to, I don't know what y'all have out there, but, these different types of places in order to eat clean. No. It's removing. A lot of people are quick to run to McDonald's and Whataburger and the sugars and all this stuff. It's removing certain things out of your diet. Those small changes in itself will make a big change. And as you start to see those changes, those small changes, then you want more. I like this. Oh my goodness, my belly has gone down. Okay, that's what's up. So when you start seeing stuff like that, it's like, okay, I need to do something more here. I'm ready for this. So it's the small changes, but eating clean doesn't require you to spend an X amount of money. And I can show people how to do this because I'm living proof of that right now, right? And then the importance of your body, good gracious. Okay, think of it like this. If you don't put gas in the car ain't going nowhere, right? If you don't feed the body properly, the body's not going to function. A lot of people don't understand the biomechanics of the human anatomy. You need to know your body.
If you're getting high cholesterol, you're getting diabetes and all these things, why? Understand why. And a lot of the time when you go to the doctor, what's the first thing they're telling you? You got to change the way you eat. You got to incorporate exercise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Simple
Right.
things. You know what I'm saying?
If your glutes are not strong, walking upstairs, standing and sitting, jumping and running in time of need would be difficult because your glutes are not strong. You've got weak glutes, right? Your core is the component to your upper extremities and your lower, your arms, your back, your glutes, your legs. If you have a weak core, or you've got poor gut health, where you think a lot of these sicknesses are coming from. So a lot of people don't understand that, and that's where when you get with a personal trainer that has an understanding behind what that looks like, and they can properly educate you to that, and then you simply apply, even if it's just a small little thing you apply, you'll see such a difference, and you'll see it fast, right? So it's very important to take care of your body. You don't have to go out there and do what I do. I'm taking it. A lot of us are taking it to the extreme with this bodybuilding, right? I like it. I love it. So that's why I do it. However, there's I actually onboarded a client the other day, and through our consultation, one of the questions I asked them is, how many push-ups can you do? Oh, I can do a whole bunch of push-ups. Oh, yeah? Okay. So when they actually came in for a consultation, I said, okay, give me 5. Let me see 5 good form push-ups. They couldn't do it, right? They couldn't do it.
Right.
Now, that's just your own body weight. That's not incorporating a barbell, dumbbell, none of that stuff. That's just your body weight. Don't you want to be able to manipulate your body weight? These are the things that people don't realize and they neglect, right? If you hold your hands up, can you hold your arms out to your side for a 60-second count without them fatiguing you dropping them? I would want to be able to do that. They're my arms. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to walk up those stairs and carry those bags and not be, you know what I'm saying? So, you got to take care of your body. You only got one body. You only got one body. This body can't be replaced. You can't go to the store and purchase, Yeah, people can go and they can go and purchase some glutes. Not. So, yes, it's very important. So much better. So it's very, very important. I don't just speak to this being a personal trainer. I speak to this because I'm a mother. I've had 4 children. I've had 4 pregnancies. And, seeing what my body went through after each pregnancy up until my last one, I had a C-section. My whole core was completely trashed, right? They cut that little baby out of me. And to where I'm at now, from what it was like then to where I'm at now, incredible. So, yeah, kind of take care of even if it's just the basics. Do something that, and there's these kind of things you can do from home with no equipment. And then there's things that you can incorporate as far as resistance bands and, get a Swiss ball or different things. You can get a Bosu ball, certain things you can have at home to help you elevate to the next level. And then as far as your food, eating clean should not be a costly thing unless you're employing a service to cater to your foods. Otherwise, there are ways around that, and a lot of which I can share, that keeps the cost down and will probably be less expensive than what you're probably spending in groceries right now, just buying a whole bunch of stuff that you really shouldn't be putting in your body in the first place.
And I'm glad you sharing that with us here on Impact Voice. Taking notes and things. I know you mentioned about the glutes. So those who may not be
Mhm.
familiar with that, let them know what glutes are, because some people are, what is the glutes? What is the glutes? Can you just share with the listener on what glutes is.
That's your derriere, your butt. That's your
Mhm.
butt. Your gluteus maximus is that hump that we women so desire to lift and shape. Speaking of which, I actually have a glute buster class that's starting this coming Monday, which I'm really excited about. But and it's really interesting because your glute, you can lift your glute if you know how to squeeze through the muscle and train that muscle itself. You can literally have a beautiful lift within 6 to 8 weeks. You really can if you're on it and you know how to train it. I'm not saying it's going to be as tight as your end goal might be, but you will see some noticeable change, right? So your gluteus
Mhm.
maximus, which is what it would be termed as if you were to look at a human anatomy and as far as a chart, would be your buttocks.
Hmm.
And your
Well, you
core
heard
would
that
be
first.
that.
No, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go
And
ahead.
then your core area is your midline area, from under your
Okay.
chest all the way down above your pelvic region.
That's something you learn
Mhm.
stuff. You learn stuff every day, and I know I've seen videos of you training within the glute exercise, and that's very interesting. Because I never
Mhm.
known people to work that area. I know a lot of women, they want, the nice butt, and they, do the squats and stuff like that. But I never seen anybody just
Mhm.
teach people how to do their glutes and stuff like that.
Yeah. See, with my class, or just in training my clients that want to really target that area, a lot of people, a lot of women in general don't understand how to activate the muscle, right? So they're just
Mhm.
going through the motion. It's just like a lot of people will be, or I've seen some in the gym, let's talk about barbell curls or dumbbell curls. They're curling with the dumbbell, but they're not squeezing through the muscle. They're not practicing the concentric eccentric movement, right? So they're basically just kind of throwing the muscle, they're just kind of throwing around with the weight, and they're not contracting through that muscle. You need to understand how to contract and squeeze through that muscle to maximize the benefit of the muscle, right? Same concept with the glute. Once you understand how to manipulate and activate that muscle, right? And then we start applying all the techniques to help really develop and grow and break down that muscle. That's where that growth will come from. And then, of course, incorporating how you're eating to help support the size of growth of the muscle. So there's a lot to it. It's not just going through the motion. I mean, you can be bending through your hips, right? Practicing flexion and extension, but you're not really maximizing the muscle and squeezing it and breaking it down. So, and again, that's where personal trainers come in to support and teach you how to be able to, or teach you to understand what that looks like, right? So when you're
Mhm.
training your glute, um, I'm 45 and I'm a toot my own horn. I got a badass, I got some buns on me. And for my age, a lot of the time they say as you get older, it gets a little bit harder to maximize those muscles. And I'm still doing it because I understand the technique behind how to do it, right?
Mhm. Right.
So that's what that looks like. Mhm.
And yeah, I've seen the pictures and I've seen the videos you have. It's very awesome, very unique. I mean, just for your
Thank
age
you.
of 45, that's truly amazing. And I applaud what you're doing and things like that. And I
Thank
know you're
you.
always gonna keep up the good work. Somebody wrote me on the chat box. They said, how can they contact you?
Absolutely. They can reach me at, I can give you they can reach me at nrylifestylefitness.com. They can also contact me at 281-710-3295. That's my business number. and that would probably, and then I can give you my email as well, which is
Ways to reach me.
Okay, awesome. Because that's some good stuff and some great information you bringing to us.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. And I'll send
and
it. I'll DM that to you too.
awesome,
I'll send you
awesome.
my
You hear
contact
here? Okay, you hear here first. And like I said, with the training and things like that. My next question is, I think you probably already answered this. Um, how many times a day do you train?
Okay. I train once a day. Now, keep in mind, my level of training is I'm not just exercising, I'm bodybuilding. I'm breaking my body down differently, right? And I'm in prep right
Okay.
now. My training will actually increase to about 5, and then I'll probably go up to 6 days a week as I get closer to my show. And then, 2 of those days or 3 of those days will be just like cardio, which I do in the evening. I haven't started my cardio yet. I will start that soon. But right now, up until this point, I only train for maybe an hour and a half at the most, 4 days a week. My split is or not a split. The days I train would be Monday, Tuesday. I rest on Wednesday. Thursday, I rest on Friday, and then Saturday. And that's it. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay then. And 'cause I know the importance of resting your muscles. 'Cause I think a lot of people think they just work out every day. They gonna see the results.
No.
Okay.
No. Let me talk about that right quick. Okay.
Okay.
That's a big deal. If you don't allow your body to rest and you keep breaking it down and breaking it down and breaking it down, how's it going to change? How's it going to feel? It's going, putting it in, right? I commend those that have the. I was that person. I was in the gym 6 days a week, right? And I was not. I looked great, but I wasn't seeing any progression. What my body wasn't elevating. It wasn't changing because I kept breaking it down, right? And that's not the goal.
Right.
The goal is to see change. So you've got to get that 8 hours. Remember back in the day, no businesses were open on a Sunday. That was a day of rest. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was a day
Right.
of rest. You went to church, you came home, and you just rested. It was Sunday. You felt it. Today, know it's Sunday. You feel it. Your body needs the same thing. It needs rest. Okay? Nothing but rest in order to grow, in order to heal. When you're sleeping at night, your body is fasting. Your body is breaking down, right? Your body is healing. Your body is repairing. Your body is growing. You wake up in the morning, you break the fast. You get that small first meal in the morning, right, to come out of the fast, and then you go again. But you've got to have rest. So I would never recommend yourself do absolutely nothing but rest. Now, again, it all depends on the individual's goal, but even with what it is that I do to that extreme, I need to have those 2 days to rest. Now, if I choose to do some type of yoga or stretching or foam rolling, okay. If I want to maybe do some core, I'm at home doing that, but I'm letting my body rest, away from hitting the weights and doing all the extra stuff that's, tearing it down and supports and building it back up. So you don't need to be training like that. That's too much. 2 days, and the 2 days is more for athletes, depending on what they're doing in their sport. I'll go into 2 days eventually as I get closer to the show, and that's just because I'm going to be walking on stage to compete, right? But that's not something that I'm going to be doing thereafter. Once anything coming up, there's no need for that, right? There's no need for that. It's just continuously working on the body. But
at the same time, you've got to take care of it too. You don't want to keep breaking it down to that degree because then you can eventually. I want this body to be like this in my 60s, right? You're tearing it down,
Right.
tearing it down, and tearing it down without giving it rest. What you think's going to happen? You're going to tear it down to the point that you won't be able to keep going. So you gotta give your body a break, and then that goes back to how you're feeding it at the same time, right? How much rest you're getting. Make sure you're taking your vitamins. There's so much to speak to when it comes to that. But rest is very, very important. So I train right now 4 days a week. I'll eventually go to 5. If I pick up any other day, it would be strictly cardio. And I make sure to get the adequate sleep that I need in order for my body to transition and make the changes that are necessary for what it is.
Okay, then that's what's up right there. So you already, in a word, it's second nature to you.
Yes.
Already. Okay, that's what's up right there. You already answered about the competition when you got started. How many clients you work with in a day?
Well, right now I train clients only on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then I have group on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I run 2 different types of groups. I do a flexibility mobility. Actually, that'll be starting in March, a flexibility mobility Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9 a.m., and then I do my glute buster class Monday and Wednesday, and then I'll more than likely be incorporating another class, strictly core is something that we'll be looking at doing. So right now on the Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I have 5 to 6 clients that I train in those days. And then I set aside my admin time, and then I also run an online business as well. So I have clients that I also cater to online that are not in Houston. Online is really good for those that are not local but are able to follow a program online and work on their own. And the way that works is you send me your email. I would then send you a link so that you can download the app to your phone. You set up your account. We have a consultation. We finalize all the details, and then I customize your meal plan based on your Summitu type, as well as your training, and then I monitor you every week. You send me progress photos, make any tweaks or changes where necessary, and then you can contact me via DM right through the app. It's really cool. I work with Trainerizer. It's nrylifestyle.trainerize.com is my online program. So that takes a lot of my time out. I'm in front of me, so I don't have with that. So keeping them motivated and making sure that they're staying the course to the program, and they're giving themselves exactly what it is that they're seeking via doing online, right? So that's kind of how that will work. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And when working also when you're dealing with a new client, what's the first thing you would have them to do when working with a client for the very first time?
So first we do a consultation, right? Very important to assess the needs and what it is that they're looking to achieve, right? That's the first thing. Depending on whatever their goal is, their end goal is, then I'll sit down, okay, so this is what we're looking at as far as the goal. This is what we need to do with respect to, the meal plan, your diet, your training, so on and so forth. And then typically what I'll do is I'll put them through a starter session where I'm really assessing their body as far as their strength level. Can you do push-ups? Can you do pull-ups? What's your endurance level like? Right? Can you hold your legs up? I've got some clients that in the beginning couldn't hold their legs up for more than 20 seconds. Now they can do it for an entire minute. So I really like to assess and see what they're able to do with their own body weight, and that allows for me to customize their program from there in terms of, okay, they're strong enough, with their own body weight that we can incorporate, the dumbbells, the barbells, the resistance bands, the tubing, or whatever kind of thing. So in our first session, usually that's what I'm looking at, is what can they do with their own body weight, and then I customize and build their program based off of that.
Okay. Awesome stuff. Awesome, great information for those that's listening, those they could take and apply, and also get in contact as well to get started in your journey of being healthy. Oh, you're welcome. You just keep doing the good work. And I got two more. And my next question is, what keep you motivated?
Oh, I'm not from here, and I have no family here but for my 11-year-old daughter, and I am a grandmother of 3, Harlow, Emmy, and Nathaniel, and then my kids, Rollin, Keisha, Alicia, and Ty. So they're they're what keeps me motivated. That's a touchy one to my heart, let me tell you. They keep me motivated. My son is a personal trainer. He's actually pretty successful with what he does. He works for Good Life Fitness back home in Toronto. He's followed right in my footsteps, and he's gone above and beyond, and then my girls, my daughter, Keisha, she's on her squat game and seeing some great changes, and them seeing what I'm doing being in this country with just Ty, my youngest, and not having the family support really drives me that much more to succeed. It's been tough. I'm not even going to lie. I've had a lot of, bumpy patches along the way. I've had 2 failed marriages. I've been through some things, but I always keep, my children in the forefront, and everything that I do is for the empowerment not just of myself but for my kids, because they're watching, right? And now it's not so much for my adult children, it's for the babies coming up, my grandchildren, my youngest, and them seeing what grandma's doing or what mom is doing is only going to entice and motivate them to want to do good, not just for themselves but into support of helping others, because who knows where this world will be in the next 10 to 15 years as we see how it's evolving and how quickly it is, right? So they keep me motivated. They keep me motivated. My children, my grandchildren, that's what that is. And that's what it's always been, and the smile and the happiness that I get from my clients when they see those little changes is what keeps me wanting to do this that much more, because I'm impacting and touching somebody's life. And it could be the smallest little thing, the smallest little change, right? But it's enough. It's enough for me to say, you know what, no matter what's thrown in my direction, I'm not stopping, because this is my purpose. So that's my motivation.
Exactly, and I feel you on where you're coming from. That's the purpose of Impact Voice, impacting other people's lives, as having you and many other guests that's been on the broadcast to share the stuff they're doing, to benefit the community, benefit themselves, but also represent possibility. I love Will Smith said one time he wanted to represent possibilities. He want to be an example that you can make it, you can achieve. If you put your mind to it, at your age, you represent possibilities for your clients and those who come in contact with, like, okay, if Natasha could do it, I could do it as well also. So that's pretty motivation all by itself. And my last question, and you're welcome. And my last question is, I know you're a busy woman and pressed for time. I listen to my people that's on the show all the time. Proverbs talks about a good name. A good name is better than riches and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, what do you want your legacy, when they hear your name, what do you want your legacy to be at the end of the day?
That woman kept me going. That woman kept me going, no matter what. She's been through it. but she kept on going. She kept on pushing, and she kept behind me and kept pushing me too. And that's how I would like to be remembered. Is she kept me on my toes. Every time I trained with her, we put that work in. I walked out there sweating and feeling sore, but I walked out there happy, knowing that I am accomplishing something not for anybody but for myself. She kept me going. And I would like that to resonate with people, as far as my long-term vision, as far as my legacy. I hope that answers that question there. But it's continuing to be able to help others see something more for themselves. And it's not just about having a nice body. The nice body will come. That comes with all of this, but it's the mindset. It's what you get from the mental aspect of how this transitions your mindset is powerful beyond anything. So it's not just about looking good, it's feeling good and having a really good outlook on things and seeing things differently. And that's how I would like to be remembered, as far as what I was able to give to my clients. Is just that, the positivity that came out of the experience and the changes.
And that's what it's all about, that motivation, inspiration, determination, and also, like I said, sharing what God gave you to give unto others and to be a blessing. And that sums it up right there. And Natasha, you have any, before we get off the airways, do you have any final remarks for the listeners that's tuning in right now?
I sure do. We live in a world that's got a lot of crazy things going on, and we get so consumed by it. And it's easy to allow it to swallow you up. It can be really easy for that to happen, because I was once there and I had to pull myself out. And my message to you, to those that are listening, is no matter how hard things get, remember, you are simply being tested. You got to look at it like this. You are being tested. So how are you going to do? You're going to pass or you're going to fail? You want to pass. So no matter what is going on in your life, it's your outlook. It's how you look at things. It's how you perceive it. You got to keep your mind right. And when you do that, you'll be surprised how things will turn around. I could tell you some stories, let me tell you. I really could. And I've been through some things, and life has just turned around. And then I went through it again and turned around, went through it again, turned around. And I keep, we're constantly going to get faced with something, but for every time you get turned around, something good comes right behind you. So keep your mind right. Stay the course, trust the process, right? And believe enough in yourself that you can do it. You're going to start, stay the course. Don't stop and start, and don't stop and start, and so on and so forth, because that speaks to your mindset. You cannot maintain consistency. If you can't maintain consistency within yourself, then how are you maintaining consistency within just simple things in life? In general, right? Get your mind right. Stay the course, stay consistent, and believe in yourself that you can do it, because you can. You just have to believe it.
And that's what it's all about right there. Staying focused. And you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, here on this Wednesday afternoon, where we may be present at. And once again, Natasha, I thank you. I do appreciate you taking time out from this guy here in Mobile, Alabama, to be a part of the broadcast from Houston, to give the audience something they can learn, they can chew on, something they can apply to their everyday lifestyle. And I do appreciate you once again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This has been absolutely wonderful, and I would love to do this again. Let me tell you something. I found myself in the restroom looking in the mirror. I was like, oh, my gosh, I got to do my hair. I got to get my hair together, get my face together. I was like, shoot, what am I talking about? I'm on the phone. I'm not getting on no video. Standing there laughing at myself. I'm like, you crazy lady. Anyway, this has been absolutely wonderful. I would love to get my information to you so that you can share with the audience how to reach me if they would like to get some tips, information. I also have my social media handle. With my Facebook is Natasha Pink. That's the name that and it's more personal, but there's some stuff there. I also have my fan page, NRY Lifestyle Fitness, and then I also have my Instagram, which is NRY_lifestyle. And then, of course, the other ways to reach me I did share with you. But I'll go ahead and I'll send that to you as well. If there's a way you can share it, that would be wonderful. And thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Like I said, you can inbox me on Facebook, and I'll be glad to share on my page. And for those that do, those listening, and we just take it from there. And I know I appreciate you again for being part of the broadcast, of course. And like I said, you can be a guest anytime on the broadcast. Just love to get with you again. And cause it's not a one time thing. It's always an ongoing thing when it comes to physical fitness and health. So you always be a guest.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
And you surely welcome.
And to everybody out there, and everybody out there, have an awesome day and keep your mind right and smile and keep smiling and laugh at yourself. When you start feeling something going on, just start laughing. Just start laughing like crazy man, crazy woman. Let me tell you, things will turn around real quick, right? So you just got to remember that and keep smiling. But thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And you're welcome again. And welcome again. You're welcome. And enjoy the rest of your day. Be blessed. And we'll get in touch again next time. I do appreciate you.
You're very welcome. All right. You take care. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right,
bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank everybody. Bye-bye. I thank everybody for tuning in here with my guest, Natasha. She brought some great information to everyone. Though the person that was in the chat line, I did send you the Facebook page to Natasha, so you better get in contact with her to get started on your journey, of course. So appreciate everybody for taking time out to listen to the broadcast this afternoon live. Also, you can better check out the replay just in case you missed it. It will be up on the website, of course. So you go check that out. Also, great things coming up for Impact Voice. We got another broadcast tomorrow as well. At 5 o'clock, I think. That's coming up. A lot of great things. Also, if you wanted to support Walking This Way, Impact Voice, you can Cash App us. The word is Impact Voice. So if you want to be able to sow into the broadcast, you can on Cash App. I have a new co-host that's going to be joining with me Saturday. Latoya, she's going to be joining with me Saturday night at 9. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about relationship one-on-one things. Just bringing some healthy information when it comes to the relationship with the male and female. Things we have to get better in because the female with the relationship we're seeing nowadays is not very good. Things are not going according to how it's supposed to be, but we want to bring some enlightful information when it comes to relationships. So that's going to be Saturday at 9 o'clock for those that's very mature. We want to be able to talk about a lot of things. We may not tackle everything, but we want to be able to bring a lot of things to a lot of people who wants to get better within the realm of relationships. You know, whether you've been through a divorce, a breakup, or you just really looking for love, or you want to be, things like that. But we just want to, bring some enlightful information that's going to help us in the long run. Things that's going to help us weed out a lot of bad relationships. A lot of stuff we got in, we didn't know better. But as we go through the years of experience, we know better now. So we want to be able to say, you know what, since I know better, I want to do better. So that's going to be this coming Saturday. Of course, also check out our website at www.walkingthiswaysimpactvoice.com. Also check out the store. That's another way. If you want to purchase a T-shirt, you can go to our website to purchase a T-shirt. Nice tees that's online. I started my own tee line with F Factory, which is named after me, Furman. So you got the F Factory logo T-shirt, got them in different colors. So check that out also. And I thank everybody for their more support. Once again, thank everybody for taking time out of their busy schedule. here on Impact Voice. I'm very grateful. I'm blessed. All praises to the Most High, y'all, for what He's doing in my life, to get better every day. We all want to get better every day. Everybody say, you doing good. I ain't even stretched the surface yet, not to where I want to be at. I just can't settle, but I want more out of life, and He's going to take me places. I don't have to be willing. You have to be willing. I love Isaiah 1:19. It said, if you be willing and obedient, you should eat the good of the land. The key words is willing and obedient. He's not going to force anything on you. You have to be willing to let Him work in you and work through you to get where He wants you to be at, that He get all the praise and all the glory, and what He wants you to do. I had a lot of great men and women here on the broadcast as of late. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Keep reaching your goals. Keep being who the Most High made you to be. Don't stop for nobody. Don't settle for less. Reach higher. People may laugh at you. People may not like your comments. They may not like what you're doing, but you keep pushing. You keep pushing. You keep pushing. You keep pushing. You keep striving. And because somebody's always watching. Everybody didn't want to follow Jesus, but He kept pushing. He kept pushing. He kept pushing. They laughed at Him. They lied on Him. They mocked Him, but He knew what His purpose was. At 12 years old, He told his mother, if you would have known, I had to be about my Father's business. Had to be about His Father's business at 12 years old. So you get your purpose. You find out what the Most High has made you to be, and find your purpose in life. Find your purpose in life. Find what He called you to be. And I'm excited because this week we got I have a young lady. She's big into the youth. She's going to be talking about, the problems within the youth, bring solutions to the youth. I have a lady that's going to bring awareness of mental health. You heard Natasha bring awareness of fitness and things like that. Impact Voice is all about making an impact on other people's lives for generations to come. And that's what Impact Voice. And I also want to give a big shout out to my new co-host, Latoya, who's going to be joining with me as we're going to make our debut this Saturday evening at 9 o'clock. We're going to be talking about relationships. If you have questions about relationships, we'd love for you to join us. Bring some healthy dialogue. It's not about tearing down a particular sex. It's all about building one another up. We have iron sharpen iron. We have to build each other up. Stop tearing each other down and learn how to build each other up. Because we don't know everything. We're still striving to be better every day. Every day we're striving to be better. So strive to be better every day. And like I said, I'm about to get to sign off. Once again, I want to thank Natasha for everything, for taking time out. Scared to be a part of the Impact Voice. And I say I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace, everybody. Have a great Wednesday afternoon.
You are now listening to the most talked about blog talk radio station in the universe. Walk in His ways, Impact Voice Radio. Be prepared to have your mind stimulated, your spirit elevated in ways you couldn't even imagine. Introducing your host and the mastermind behind this unforgettable experience, Furman